Hi there and welcome back to the 67 Hail channel on YouTube with me, Hamish Carton. As you can see today, it's not just me. We have got a bit of a cult hero from Celtic history, Efrain Juarez, joining us. Efrain, buenos dias, how are you?
Hello. Really good to can talk with you guys and in this platform with you, with this channel. And I'm here in New York. Little bit cold today, but actually so happy to meet us.
Fantastic. We've got a bit of serious business first because I believe it was your birthday yesterday. There's a bit of a running joke with the Celtic fans at the moment where we're called Happy Birthday FC because all the club tweet are happy birthdays. They tweet ex-players happy birthdays, they tweet current players happy birthdays. So you didn't get a tweet from Celtic at all?
I don't think so. It's been like a long time ago, maybe. So the people change in the how they run the things, but it's no problem. My love for the club and for you guys, the supporters, are more valuable than any tweet or something like that. That's never gonna change, you know. And it's not about even the club. It's maybe the people that is in charge of that situation. So it's what it is, but it's no problem. Like I say, my love for the club is not even in doubt for one tweet or not.
It's strange though because you only spent a couple of years in Scotland and you only played maybe 10, 15, 20 games, but you're loved by the supporters and you love the supporters. But why is that?
Like, actually, now looking like now I retire, I finished my career as a football player, you know. So everybody, friends, family, my wife, my parents, they ask me when or where was your best moment, how you feel released, how you feel like happy, really happy, you know. And I say when I feel plenty was in Celtic, you know, the beginning of since I arrived there, the people that the supporters, how they show love, support for me, for the club. It was just connect at the same time, just match in the at the first time, at the first moment, you know. I think the beginning when I started to play there in the club was really good, you know. I scored goals in 2-3 games in a row. I was like everything was really amazing, you know. What I think was the best 6 months of my career. For everything, you know, everything was in a good way. Everything. I was in a new experience. I was playing in one of the best stadiums, one of the best atmospheres in the world, you know. And I was there. Normally, I was watching at the TV when I was in Mexico, and then I was leaving, you know. So actually, it was unbelievable. And at this third, fourth game, I had my song. You know, you remember my song?
How did the song go?
Like Efrain Juarez, Celtic number 4.
Oh yeah.
So it was really unbelievable. Like how you guys, how the city, how the Celtic supporters live for the club, by the club. That is priceless. You know, it's unbelievable, and that connection is as a football player when you step up in your first time outside to the airport, you know, when you arrive, you feel that thing, you know. The taxi driver say to you like, "I'm Celtic supporter, welcome." Like, but that is priceless because, like I say, even if you want to try it, do it in different way or different words or in different countries, that is not natural, you know. In there is natural, you know.
Yeah.
In a restaurant, you arrive and the people that work in there say everything straight away. Like that thing is unbelievable. That thing is, for me, is one of the make special the Celtic for all over any club in the world.
You always struck me as a guy who loved the supporters, just in general. You loved the noise and you loved the colour and you loved the atmosphere. Why do you think you as a person love that so much in football?
I'm coming from a town like a country that is Mexico. We are
Yeah.
Latin. We are like so friendly, so warm, so noisy. We are a culture that we love have fun, be happy, parties. We have. We even make parties about death. In the so it's in my blood. So when I
Yeah.
arrived there, I feel like I was in Mexico, like the Celtic supporter has something that means that you guys are so warm. You guys are so friendly. And if you some player or someone put the jersey from Celtic, the green and white, instead that you make the family. You don't even know him, but you make
Yeah.
family. So as a Mexicans, we are kind of the same. So I don't know, but mi casa es su casa. My home is your home. It's exactly the same. How we live, how we feel, how we think as a culture, as a Mexican culture. And you guys, as a Celtic supporters, as an organization, as a club, do exactly the same. The first guy, you don't even see how the guy play or how it's in the pitch. You still like just welcome. No worry, you welcome. Welcome to my home. So that is unbelievable. That is priceless. That is amazing. For this, I have say this club is totally different for everyone, for all any club in the world.
Wow, I can tell just by watching you how much you love the club and how much you loved your time at the club. You started really well. You scored in the Champions League against Braga. You scored in the Europa League against Utrecht. And I remember watching you at the Emirates Cup against Arsenal, and you played really well. It was maybe your debut, but you played really well. Why didn't it quite work out at Celtic?
Like I came from after straight away after to from the World Cup. I signed for Celtic, so I was in a really good moment, personal, mental in my life. 22 years old. My debut was in Braga away.
3-0.
Yeah, two or three. No, actually
3.
three.
Yeah.
So and then in that game was in Wednesday, and you remember we have the Emirates Cup in the weekend. So we play against Lyon that Saturday, and then we're supposed to play next day too against Arsenal. So against Lyon, I came in the game in the second half, and I put a shoot in the post. I was good, and in the second game I started the game against Arsenal. The team started to we started losing, I think so, and then we draw, and they won at the last minute or something like that. I don't remember. But actually, that I played well, and then after that game in Wednesday, we played the second game against Braga, and it won the score. Then we played in the weekend against Inverness. I remember like if everything, like, and then we play against Utrecht at home. Then so the beginning was so exciting, too many games, so you don't have sometimes even time to think because it's just get in the bus, play, go back, rest, play 2 days after, go back, rest, play like was too much thing. I was used to that thing, or I was used to that kind of because I was from the World Cup, it's kind of the similar things, and I get everything, with the with your support, with all the support for the club, for the for my teammates. I think I arrived in an amazing locker room. Everybody was like love each other, friend each other. Neil was his second year after they took the team 1 year before, so everything was kind of new, but at the same time with the same goals to everyone, So I think was really, really nice. And then for different circumstance, like I remember we play one Old Firm at home, the first Old Firm that season, lost, I think 1 or 2 to 0. I came in after 30-35 minutes because I think Sean Maloney get injured. or get hurt, something like that. And I came in, it's really difficult to come in that kind of games, just so we lost the game, and then the team doesn't get the victories that we're supposed to get it, and then of course as a manager, I believe that you must try to find where is your starter 11, to get the victories, to get the wins. And that's what will happen, after that starter, really really good one. The team doesn't get the wins, and Neil start to change the starting 11, and in that startings, it was myself that I get out, with the difference, and the team start to win. And of course, when the team start to win, it's too difficult to make change. And it was how the season. I was in and out all the time. I remember after the first 6 months. I don't see the period, but the first 6 months I played a lot, and after that 6 months, doesn't I play in and out all the time until finish the season, And in my mind was like. I think like it will be better. I think was a little bit sad, because I have all the energy to give it to the team, to give it in that period. Past too many different things that happened to me in Mexico with the national team, a couple of injuries in the training, So I never get the consistency as a play every weekend. So that means that was one of the reasons that I didn't play too much after that 6 months.
Yeah, it seems strange as a fan watching, because you started really well in Scotland, you scored big goals, you looked a good player, and then we just didn't really see you anymore. What were your overall thoughts on Neil Lennon when you worked under him?
When I was with Neil in that moment, I was his second year as a manager, in a club. I think it's still like it was young, for saying that way, not young in age, young in the beginning of his career. With me, always we were so clear. We treated in a good way, like we were so clear. I'm from Mexico, so in Mexico we are so direct, something that if you don't like, you go straight away and say it, or you ask what is the reason that I don't play, or what is. I always I've been so direct, and Neil is in the same way, kind of the same way. He's a guy that all his feelings never keep his feelings, he always say how he is, or he always we know exactly how he is, but I think I have a good memory with him. In some periods he support me, and I've been in like a couple of difficult situations outside in the pitch, and all the time he showed me that he was in there for me. I don't have anything to say to him. I think it's a good manager, he's so passionate, he's so intense. I love that kind of passion, I really believe in him when I was playing for him. He connect with the players too much. He's all about locker room. It's about the group. It's about the identity as a Celtic club. It's a proper Celtic supporter and manager. I think he has in his heart. Unfortunately, this year was no what he expect and what we expect, as a supporters or as a club. Like, it's normal when you don't win, of course. Everybody's just question things if he's good, if he's not, But at the same time, we don't need to forget that the guy starts with the championships. The guy won against Barcelona. The best manager that now we are maybe. The supporters are not so happy with him. Years ago, was the guys that make us laugh or smile or be happy about or club. So it's part of the football. I believe that the supporters are the most important in this industry. I think we are seeing now a lot of big clubs are struggling without fans. So I think the supports are the main thing in this industry, and it's normal when the thing doesn't go well. They try to find some direction or some way to get results, but at the same time, we need to understand that this period, these 2 years, was really difficult. This season was really difficult. COVID, struggling with different cases, struggling with different situations. So, of course, as a Celtic supporter, of course, I always want to win. I always want to see win my club, my team every weekend. But unfortunately, the situation is what it is, and we need to accept it. And I think it's a really good moment to start to be together, to support because I believe that the Celtic supporter is so intelligent and so smart and so the thing that I say in the beginning, so family, so close to the player, to the club, that support in the good moments and in the bad moments. I think this is the moment to support and be more proud of Celtic what it is.
Yeah. Who were you close to? Who was your best friends in the locker room at Celtic?
I think a lot, but I've been so close with Samaras, Mark Rosas, Glenn Louvens, Bruni, with Bruni, Gary Hooper, Emilio Saguer came in the same year that I've been there. I think, like I say, as a locker room, we were really close each other. We were having dinner together. We were having fun together in the trainings. I think the standards was really clear, and we understand that what we represented as our organization, as a club. So it's one of the best locker rooms that I've been, because we have a lot of fun outside to the pitch, a lot of fun. But inside to the pitch, in the trainings, in the games, we know what we need to do. So everybody trained properly. Everybody was training like as a cup final, So that create the atmosphere to create something big as a locker room, as a team.
It was a really interesting dressing room because you had players from all over the world. You had you and Emilio, and you had Ki Sung-young from Asia, and you had English players, Welsh players, Joe Ledley. You had Anthony Stokes, an Irish player. You had Wanyama, maybe a little bit after you, from Africa, Kenya, I think he was from. So it was really from all over, but you looked like a proper team whenever you played. I think it's a really underrated Celtic team because you won the league, you got those results in Europe, and it's probably an unfashionable Celtic team because maybe there weren't the Henrik Larssons and there weren't the Virgil van Dijks and players like that, but you were a real strong unit as a team. So yeah, fascinating. We'll fast forward to New York City FC, where you're working with Ronny Deila, who is of course another guy that's loved by the Celtic support. It seems strange that you and Ronny would know each other, considering you weren't at Celtic at the same time. So just tell us how you met each other.
It was really fun, actually, Ronny came after 2-3 years after I left the club. But when I talk about Celtic, Celtic is in here for me, it's in my heart. Because if it was not for Celtic, I would not even be here. You know what I mean? Because I never get that connection with Ronny. So we met each other in Cancun. Actually, we met each other in Cancun. We have a common friends. So it was really like interesting and fun, and destiny. We met each other in Cancun. I was playing for MLS from Vancouver Whitecaps, and then after that, I met him in Cancun. He got back. He was manager. He was managing. He was the manager of Valerenga in that time. So for different, situations, I have contract in Vancouver. I was really happy in there. My family too. But I believe too much in destiny because for some different reasons, everything happened to to I need to move to Norway with him. You know what? Like it was so strange because normally if you, even if you want, like I have contract in Vancouver. In my mind was like stay there 2 years more, 2 3 years more. Maybe finish my career in there. I was really good in the club. I was really happy in the club. I was really happy in the city. Everything was, but for different circumstance, everything changed for one day to another. Ronnie called me serious, like 3 4 days after, say, "Hey, what is your situation?" And I was like, totally different, changed when I met it like 1 month ago. So he said, "I want that you maybe come here to play with me. I need a right back. I know you've been playing as a midfield in Vancouver, but I know you play as well as a right back. So I need a right back. Are you able to come?" And I was like, let me figure out how, I still have contract with Vancouver, but at the same time, I don't want to stay here. So let me figure it out. I figured out. And then 2 weeks after, I was in Norway, in Oslo, with him. He was my manager. And then we spent 1 year together. We've been so close as a friends, outside and inside to the pitch. One thing that I believe for Ronnie, I think he's a really good manager. I think he's a good person, like as a human being, because I've been with that in my career with that different kind of managers. But I arrived with 31 years old to Norway. In my mind, I was like, I just need to perform. I just need to play. So arrived to Norway, to Oslo. It took me with the medical with the physio, and he matched my he matched my belly. How much grass I have, or how much how fat I was. And I was like, what the hell, I'm 31 years old. I have 300 games in my back. I perform every weekend. I have World Cups. I play in Celtic. I play in Spain in La Liga. I play like I have 50 caps for national team. And with 31 years old, you come to me and look at me as if I'm fat or not. So what's the first thing that impressed me for him? Because after that he said, you need to be fit. And I was like, but I perform every weekend. I play good. I do my best. I do my work. What else? And he said, it's about compromise. Because all your teammates are fit. So you can be unfit because that means that you don't respect anyone. So with 31, that my life, my career was like, I think I was seeing everything, and because you start to get experience and start to get a little bit different things around the world. It was the first time that someone said that to me, and it really impressed me, and I understand that he do it for the team, of course, but he do it for myself. He say, how you can demand a young guy, a young lad, to be fit or run that if you are unfit. And it's not about run, it's not about perform, it's not about play. It's about you need to be example if you want to be a leader. So that things impact me in the first moment, because normally as a managers that I've been, they don't care if you're fat or not. If you perform every weekend, it's no problem. But it's more about that. And it's for this one I say, manager is Ron is one of the best managers in that I have. Is because the guy want the best for you as a human being first, instead of be as a football player. So that is total different kind of view. He treats you as a human being. He treats you as a person first, and then you are a footballer. So that values for me are really unbelievable, big, because in this industry is about just perform and play. Nobody, not too many people care about the person, about the human being, and then we start to be like really close, and we start to get in the same page about values, about principles, about work ethic. And in some point in last year, in 2 years ago, in December 2019, he called me. I was planning to go back to still playing, like with Valerenga. He called me in some December and he said, hey, what are your plans in the future? And I was like, I want to keep playing, I want to keep playing, and I want to do exactly what I'm doing what I've been doing in the last 15 years, And he said, I'm the manager from NYCFC, so I want that you come. And in my mind was like, perfect. I come to New York City, I come to NYCFC, I know the league, I can play there, And he said, no, I want that you come as a assistant manager. I know how you can give me, I know how your values, I know your experience. He said, hey, I met a lot of people, but your experience is really valuable for me because you see different kind of worlds, like play for every weekend to get to be champion in Celtic, or play in La Liga in Zaragoza to don't relegate. It's totally different, two different worlds, It's totally two different worlds. It's the same business, it's the same industry, it's the same sport, but it's totally two different locker rooms. One is, but the standards are the same because the standard is in one locker room to perform and win every week, and the other is to get points. So, and this is my experience. I'm in Mexico national team, in Norway, or in MLS. So he say that experience because you see everything in the sports. Even the big guys or even the big players, they don't even never see how it's play for relegate because they only play for big clubs. But you see two different worlds. You see everything in your life. You see, so these things I wanted that you put it in the group. You help me. You try to be yourself, and if you are ready, you must come with me. And I was like, again, another really good lesson for me to see to go there and try to put all my experience to the service of the team and for him. So now I'm here. I'm in New York.
Yeah, New York City FC are part of the City football group. Obviously Manchester City, I think Melbourne City, Girona, a few other teams. That's quite an interesting part of the team, isn't it? The fact that you've got all these different clubs that all work under the same umbrella. Do you have many relationships with people at Manchester City and Girona and teams like that?
Yes, it's part of the organization. It's part of this massive group. City Football Group is massive. They have around 10, 11 teams now all over the world. Like you say, Melbourne City, Girona, Man City, New York City. They have one team in India. They have one team in France. They have one team in Belgium. They have one team in Asia. Two teams in Asia, Japan and China. One in South America. So it's a massive group, So we were like, as an organization, and we are part of that organization. We have a lot of interactions with all the clubs all over the world, in the way how they work, how the coaching staff do it, how the manager do it. We have access to every tool that the group provide us. If you, as example, if you want to see some player, we just call to the scouting department in Manchester, and it's a lot of people working in that way. If you want something like, if you want to improve in psychologists, okay, I just I just send an email to the people in that is in there. And if you have like the tools that provide this group or this organization are massive, are really massive. We have we start to do it this year, like Zoom calls, with all the coaching staff all over the world. So we are like 30 people on a call. Listen how they are the methodologics in the football, how they manage a locker room, how they manage the group. How that experience are priceless, because we are in the same group, but everybody's independent in the way that everybody runs their own club in their own way, with the same methodology, and the way that treat good the ball, try to they say play beautiful, try to get the possession all the time, attack with the possession with the ball. That are the principles of the organization, but at the same time everybody's independent. So listen that experience that people all over the world with different challenge, of course, is really massive, and the tools that provide this organization are massive. I think no one in the world have this organization is one of the biggest organizations all over the world.
Do you want to be a manager? Is that the end goal for Efrain?
Yes. We'll be so respectful to say it now, because I'm part of some coaching staff, and I respect and I really like and I love the manager. We'll be unrespectful, but of course, as an individual goal in the future, because I believe that you need to be ready and you need to be prepared, because it's not easy. It's not just about no tactic, or it's not about just manage a group. It's too many different things that you need to be aware, and you need to be ready to do it. So I'm in my preparation, and of course, in my future, one of my goals is be a manager. But like I say, step by step, day by time. Now I know my role. I know what I need to do. I know what I can improve. I know what I can help to the team, to the manager, and the service of the team and service of the manager. But at the same time, that experience and that knowledge that I get it every day, hopefully in the future, for me, show some opportunity and take it and be ready and try to do it as well as possible.
Yeah. So how often, when you and Ronnie are having a conversation, will Celtic come up in the conversation? I've got visions of you going into training on a Monday and saying, "Hey Ronnie, did you see Celtic at the weekend? They beat Dundee United 2-0. Does that happen?
Yeah. Actually, Ronnie and I we drive together to the facility, to the training every morning. So of course we talk most of the times about his experience in Celtic, my experience in Celtic. We talk about the present of the club. We talk. We talk about the club. We talk because we share one thing. I think the love for the club, him and I and everyone that is being involved in the club and the organization as a supporter, in any part. That club marks you for the rest of your life. It's not just another football club. It's a style of life. And for him and for me, I think we have something similar. He was the first time that he went outside to his country to manage. For me, was not the first time, but the second time. My first time was when I was so young, when I was in Barcelona in Barcelona B, but it was totally different. Now it was like be a professional, like proper football player, So the impact that created or made us that club he managed a team that's full house every weekend, or I play in a stadium that is full house every weekend. That is. For this, we are sharing that kind of experience, in different roles. He was the manager, I was as a player, different time as well. But as I say, the love that we have, and I talk we because I know that he has massive love for this club, for Celtic, the same like me. Is something that we share, and we're gonna share it all our life. And it's like I say, the club marks in here in our heart, and we're gonna be all the time cheering for the club every moment, and any time and any moment.
It's been fascinating speaking to you. We'd only budgeted for 15 minutes, but we're now well over that. Just finally, there'll be thousands of Celtic fans watching this, Efrain. I'll give you the floor. What would you like to say to those Celtic fans just to round off this video?
A starter for like really say thank you. Thank you for, because I still like it's amazing. When we talk about, unfortunately Celtic doesn't get on tweet, but I get a lot of tweets from Celtic supporters. So that is what I mean about Celtic. Celtic is not just a club. Celtic is a community. Celtic is more than that. Celtic is the supporters make this club massive. So first say thank to all of them for like use little bit of their time to put something in Twitter, to all the time say hello for me in Twitter, or in any social media. After that, say that all my time that I've been there in the club, I feel like at home. I was really far from home, but I feel like at home because you guys make me feel like that. And at the same time, as I say, you guys have something as a supporters that no any result will change your perception of your club, your love of your club. So that is massive. That is really, really, really massive. So I just ask in these difficult moments that are passing the club, keep supporting, because it will come the good teams or the good times, and everybody we're gonna have fun of these bad periods, or remember, we're gonna remember in the future that we passed these periods, but just as like keep support the club, keep support the team until the end, and hopefully, like one of my dreams, when I dream, when I am a dreamer, so when I dream, when I had 6 years old, and I was dreaming of playing with my neighbors in the street in Mexico, and I was dreaming to play in Europe or play in big club or play in a World Cup, with teacher. Now I still dreaming, and I dream someday why not be the manager of Celtic. So hopefully that comes true in some moment of my life, and if that situation never doesn't happen, just let us know that you guys have another supporter that is in far away from you guys, but every weekend I'm really paying attention how is the team going, and I really hurt when the thing is not in a good moment or in a good way, but I'm really, really enjoy and I'm so happy when they are in a good way. So I'm another supporter from Celtic, and I have the same feeling that you guys have, that this in here is not just I'm supporting one team. No, it's in here. It's in the DNA. I understand, and I understand the first moment that I been in there. So it's a lifestyle. It's not just a football club. It's a lifestyle.